Go.
Okay. It was my sophomore year in high school when I experienced the most painful, life-changing, life-threatening injury of my life. I was playing in a soccer tournament in Pennsylvania over the summer, and I played goalie, so I slipped for a ball on my left, and a kid was coming in, and he tried jumping over the top of me. Because when he came down, he landed on this side of my head, causing my head to hit the ground on the left. And then as I was coming up, he was falling back down, so he hit my head again, and my head hit the ground again. So that's 4 times my head hit the ground in 15 seconds. And unfortunately, I've had 3 concussions since then. WebMD's definition of it is a traumatic brain injury that is caused by a blow to the head or a body, causing the brain to shake. Now, I have a demonstration. The bottle is going to play as your skull, and that little ball is going to play as your brain. When a blunt force hits it, your brain shakes on the inside of your skull, just like that. Under concussion symptoms. Now, there's 3 things you need to know about concussions. How to spot one, if you or a friend have one, 3 different stages, and the after effects when you recover. Now, does anyone remember what step 1 was? That's following. There you go. Thank you. There's 3 doctors in Canada that came up with a study that broke down these steps, these symptoms into 3 categories. The first one is physical symptoms: headache, dizziness, nausea, and an annoying ringing in your ear. Physical signs, which is unconsciousness, poor coordination, vomiting, and sensitivity to light. Now, luckily, I didn't lose consciousness, but I don't remember anything that happened. I don't remember much that happened before that. And I did experience a bad headache for about a week. The second group is how it affects your brain and the cognitiveness. You're confused a lot, you're disoriented, and partial or total memory loss, which is what I had. I don't remember how it happened. I didn't know until someone explained to me. The third is how it affects your emotions. You become more depressed, you're irritable, and you have major mood swings, which I didn't experience any of those luckily, because when I'm angry, you don't want to live the Hulk. You don't want to. Now that you know the symptoms, let's discuss the 3 different types. The first is a grade 1 concussion, or mild. Now everyone's probably experienced this. If you're driving down an Oneonta on the terrible roads, and you hit your head on the window, or in the back seat, you hit it on the roof if you're tall, you're still conscious, and you experience your symptoms for less than 15 minutes. So if you have a headache for 5 minutes, you hit your head and you feel disoriented, you probably had your first concussion. Now, the second one is what I had, which was a grade 2, which was you're still conscious, and you had your symptoms for more than 15 minutes. Like I said, I had a headache for about a week, and I felt dizzy and felt like I was going to get sick. Now, the third and the most serious one is severe, which is regardless of how long you had your concussion symptoms, if you lose consciousness, whether it's for 30 seconds or you're out cold for a minute, you're considered to have a grade 3 concussion. Now, like I said, I had 3 concussions. I've only had 2 grade 1s that I can remember, and 1 grade 2, which was the one that was, life-threatening. And by life-threatening, I mean I almost had to have emergency surgery. They thought I had bleeding in the brain. Now, there's studies that prove that you'll experience the symptoms long after your recovery. These are broken down into 2, short-term and long-term. Short-term is, in most cases, going in and out of consciousness periodically. Amnesia, which is memory loss, and difficulties in memorizing or learning new things, which is what I experienced. I literally had to study for a test for a month just to try to remember one thing. And the long run is, if you keep getting multiple concussions, there's signs that lead to Alzheimer's disease, which is a very bad memory loss disease where you don't remember just about anything. I'm proof that concussion systems last forever. I'm 20 years old now. I had my first concussion 5 years ago when I was 15. I still experience memory loss, headaches, some sensitivity to light if the lights are really bright, and difficulty storing short-term memory into long-term memory, which is like, you know, meeting someone new, you forget their name, but I'll remember your face, but I don't remember your name that often. Now that everyone has the knowledge to determine, you know, if you or a friend have a concussion after getting hit in the head, because you now know the symptoms and how to spot one, you can inform them what grade concussion they have, 1, 2, or 3. And you can inform them or yourself on how these concussion symptoms are going to affect you for the rest of your life. Now, I'm an athlete here, you know, the NCAA motto about concussions is don't hide it, report it. So if you do get hit in the head, you don't want to hide it because the consequences of, you know, it can be permanent if you don't tell anyone, regardless if you do tell someone. These are dangerous injuries. If you do know someone who does get hit in the head, seek immediate medical attention because the damage could be permanent. Thank you.
6 minutes or so, 6 and